Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your December tarot readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I have new services available and as well two special discount readings for the month of December. So if you want to know more about that, just email me and I will gladly provide all the info required. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link down below, where you can also find my Instagram and Facebook pages. I'm trying to be more present in social media, but it's still a process. So it may take a little bit for me to adapt to it, to be more consistent there. Anyway, Sagittarius. This month of December, it may be a month where there's like that last push, that last need or that last test in terms of what you have been working so far. It's like an energy of hard work and struggle with something that you have been trying to succeed at or trying to reach a certain conclusion. So it's a month where there's real hard work for some of you, and this hard work is going to pay out soon. Okay, it's something that you should keep pushing because the results are going to come, but you may not feel you may feel like some Sagittarius here are feeling like they work, and where is the compensation? Where is the satisfaction? Where is the happiness? Where is the joy? It's like a sense that even though they may have everything or great things happening in terms of work or in terms of accomplishments, in terms of their soul, this is how Sagittarius are feeling. So Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles in a soul position is not something where usually we feel this big disconnection with God. We feel this big disconnection with purpose, with meaning, with solace, with sense, with we feel on the outside. We feel that things are not emotionally and maybe even for some of you materially satisfying us, because there's deeper needs than the ones that for some of you are appearing. It's whatever some of you felt in the past. That's what I want. That's what's going to make me happy. That's where success lies. I feel like right now you're having a glimpse, or you're having some type of a different perspective over something that you were very sure, certain that was going to make you happy. So there's also a sense of questioning a lot the purpose again of your existence, the purpose of the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, where Saturn has been in Sagittarius and it has been giving some of you a real hard time, but also a lot of accomplishment and a lot of growth in things that before you didn't you weren't really mature, or you weren't really solid at. So what I want to say with your reading is that even though you may accomplish something, and you are accomplishing, and there are like fruits coming out of your efforts, especially the long-term ones, the strings attached to that work or towards that goals or towards those responsibilities can feel suffocating for some of you, or they can feel like too much, or you can feel lonely, or you can feel abandoned again by you can feel abandoned by love. What I mean is that sense of inner nourishment may be lacking. There's a sense of lack inside, inward, even though it may manifest outside. So some of you may be dealing with professional and financial struggles, but for the majority, this lack, this deprivation of something is internal. So it's very important during this month of December for some of you that may feel this way, a little bit lonely, or questioning again the purpose, or feeling like a victim of something, of certain circumstances that you just don't understand the purpose, it's time to tune in, and it's also time to really be honest about your needs. Some of you are not meeting your needs. Again, you are leaving for the outside. You are leaving for everything that, for some of you, Saturn has really been pushing you to work hard for, in terms of work, in terms of building something solid for yourself and for the ones you love. Maybe there's a lot of responsibilities that some of you have been working through, but in the middle of all of that, you may feel like you do all of these things and you just don't feel okay. You just don't feel happy. You just don't feel that whatever you're doing is enough. You know what I mean? So there's a sense of you needing to diagnose internally, okay? What's going on with your faith? What's going on with your beliefs? What's going on with your emotions? What do you, maybe in the middle of all of these struggles and hard work and challenges, what have you been, disconnected from? That may be something very essential, something that is just, it's something that spiritually used to and emotionally used to fed you, used to give you, again, that sense of content. Where is that? Where is your faith? Basically, it's the biggest question here. But also, there may be a sense of needs that are not being met, because some Sagittarius are having some struggle asking for them, or it's going beyond their usual ways, or going beyond their usual, let's say their usual comfort zones, going beyond the comfort zone to get what they need. Some Sagittarius do know what they need, but they don't feel free. Some of you don't feel free. There's a lot of suppression or a lot of repression with some of you, so you may not feel free to go get it. Some of you don't know where this higher connection lies, or where this building yourself back up lies, and so you are still struggling again to find from within answers and a sense of enlightenment. Aside of that, you're going to be successful and recognized by whatever you have been working for in the last, again, Saturn cycle. This is the world card, which is a card associated with Saturn. So there's this ultimate peak in the month of December of something. And if there are, loose ends, if there are things that you have been, trying to get to understand, trying to get to resolve, fix, handle, discover, release, let go in the last 2 years that you haven't been able to, this is the month where there's that sense of last push to give birth to a new version of you in your life as well. So there's a new version of life coming. This is the Fool. Some Sagittarius are going to really take this new approach in life. Some of you may change radically how your life has been. So you may change, your career path, and suddenly start doing something completely different from what you used to do, or you just may relocate, or you may change your behavior or your attachments, with relationships, or with old ways of being, old ways of thinking. There's a big revolution and a big change in terms of who you are, in terms of your stage of thinking. You're going from one stage of thinking to another one, and it may be a process, to get there, because the Fool is still in the unconscious position. But everything that is happening in the month of December, it's again that last push for you to give birth to a new version of life. A new paradigm is about to happen and be manifested in Sagittarius life. So be patient with it, because whatever hard work, hard lessons, struggles, that are still present in the month of December, they are ending. And there's a sense of review, okay? Review, but also for some of you, completion. So it's the month where at the same time you may have the hardest acknowledgement and the brightest one. You know, it's like a sense of everything coming together, everything coming together about what that world meant for you in the last 2 years. And now you're going to be able to see the full picture of things you have been working bit by bit, bit by bit. You know what I mean? So don't give up now, but also make sure with this Five of Pentacles in your soul that you are taking care of yourself internally, that you are tuning in with your spirit, that you are tuning in with your heart. So in the middle of all of this, you don't feel completely abandoned, yes, completely alone, completely isolated, or starving for something that you don't know what it is. Especially for Sagittarius, disconnected again from their spiritual selves. It's like a sense of everything I do, even if it works out great, even if I'm recognized by it, even if I have all these people around me, I just don't feel okay. Some of you are going through this because you are learning to embrace yourselves and your needs and your insecurities and your vulnerable spots in other ways where before you just either you were completely unconscious of, or you were completely you just didn't realize how important it was maybe to take care of those insecurities and of those fears. Some of you that are dealing with financial stress or struggles in terms of work and getting your basic again needs met, things are going to get better. But there's still a lot of work though that you may feel you need to do, or a lot of pressure that some of you are under to get things done. During the month of December, you may have a lot of responsibilities and feel like, again, you don't have enough to meet all of them. It's also important to review where certain attachments or certain responsibilities, certain expectations that you created or others impose on you are creating this weight, because there's a real sense of burden with some Sagittarius with things they are carrying. But also there's a sense of liberation coming, okay? So it's that last stretch to go beyond whatever you have been so far dealing with, that you want to get done with, that you want to fix. Your life is going to change in considerable ways in 2018. I do feel that. So this is like the review, the conclusion, the checking in with everything that has happened to you in the last 2 years, and trying to understand what those experiences made you or turned you into, you know? Is it something that you identify? Is it something that you still want to be in that new phase? Or is it something that you want to completely let go of and change? There are things in your life that don't make sense anymore, and you're going to have that, again, realization. I'm done with this. Now it's time for the full. It's time for a new path. It's time to, again, new paradigm. Others are going to go back to things that, in a certain way, Saturn took, or Saturn restricted, because it was time to grow up, or it was time to learn other lessons. And so it was temporarily withheld from some Sagittarius until they learned something that they needed to learn about maturity and about becoming more solid. I feel like some of you worked or are, working in building solid foundations for your lives, not only materially and financially, but internally, again, the soul. Some of you are learning to discover more about who you are inside, and building foundations that are solid, beginning there, so then outside you can also have solid, systems in your life that work and are profitable. So it's an interesting blend of energy. There's still struggles. There are still some challenges in this month. Things are not going to go magically away, no. But there are things that are going to happen. There are like rewards. It could be materially, again, it could be in terms of success, it can be in terms of achievement, it can be in terms of finally getting something you have been fighting to get a long time. It could be about a relationship, it could be about anything. It's just you are stretching further, okay, further than your own limitations. You are also learning about going beyond those limits, going beyond those Saturn barriers, because Saturn is about to leave your sign. So after he's done with the Sagittarius archetype, you may still be in that in between energy where, okay, this pressure is not here anymore, but I still feel obligated to certain aspects of it. So then the challenge may be to, in your mind, okay, realize that you are free. You are free, and now you can go, and you can go way beyond whatever obstructions again were in your path. Is like things are being cleared out of your way, and you see this road, and you can finally again stretch and run, which usually is something Sagittarius love to do, is to run and walk and be free. Then suddenly the barriers are out, and you're just wondering, uh, do my legs still work? Can I still do this? That's the test that is going to come out here when you are asked again to go into this full vibration and just change something that you felt like before you couldn't. So I hope you have a great month of December. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and donating to my channel, and please keep doing so, and I wish you all happy holidays.